Alrighty. Hello, Dr. Franklin, or anyone else who decided to watch this. This is my game. This is my final product. I haven't worked on this since I recorded my data, so this is what you would have seen. I didn't try to touch it up to make it look better or anything. But the first thing you'll notice probably is that there's no more Kermit. I'm sorry. It looked a little too unprofessional, so I opted for this background instead. It kind of fits the theme of my game. And anyway, you got these two buttons, and just to prove that this does work, I'm gonna click it, and the game exited. So the quit button does in fact work. So now that it's loaded back up again, I'll go ahead and click play. And it asks the player the questions. I took this to middle schoolers, so that's why there's this. But I'm going to pick girl. Or, I'll pick boy, I guess. And then I'll be a 6th grader, and I'm an expert, obviously. So then you click next. And it prompts you a little screen. It says shoot the red blocks, do not shoot the green blocks. And the blocks fade to white, so shoot quickly. And you'll notice, since last time there was no terrain, but I added a random terrain here, just because I felt like it. It looks a little nicer now, so I can go ahead and click these blocks here. And also you'll notice at the top of the screen there's a round counter. So that was just a little helpful for me when I was having people play this, so I knew when they were almost done. I'm going to shoot some green ones as well. Come up. Get these. And I'll play out one round, just like this. So you can see the whole experience. I'll shoot these. Get these. Oh. And then, I don't know why it lagged there. That was weird. But then it brings the player to this screen. And you'll also notice there's no Kermit here either. It's sad, but I picked a background that fit the theme of the game. It's very blocky. And this is one of the feedback types. This is feedback type 2. If you remember this, just remember this so you'll know when the next round ends, it will be the same instead of different, because I wanted it to be the same. So I'll go ahead and click next. I'm going to try on this round. I'll try my very best to get the best score I can. I think my high score is 94. So maybe I'll beat that. So I got an 83, which is not the best. And you'll notice it's the same format before. Same feedback. One thing I've noticed is when I click, it doesn't, the click doesn't always register for some reason. That's just a little bug. It's kind of annoying. I didn't find a way to fix it in time. I probably could have fixed it if I had more time. But it's good enough, it's good enough. This was a fun little project. I think it turned out pretty good. I underestimated the rigor and amount of time that goes into creating a game. I'm sure a lot of people are always like, oh, I want to create a game, but they don't realize just how much effort goes into it, I guess, because this was a lot of effort just to make this simple game. I think this is a super basic game. There's some really good games that don't get a lot of credit, but this game is super simple, and it took me a considerable amount of time, longer than I thought. But anyway, you'll notice, same thing like before. It's consistent. And when you click the next button, it takes you to this screen. And although it's green, it's not Kermit. Again, sorry about that. But after it takes you here, it just says game over, thanks for playing. And it gives me all the information I need to record for data. So I've got the feedback type, I guess the most important part, and then the scores of each round. So right here, I improved 20 points, which is pretty good. And then I didn't improve as much on score 3. But you can see the answers to my questions are here. I said I was a girl at first, but then I switched it to boy. And I'm grade 6, and I'm an expert. Obviously, by these scores, I'm an expert. But yeah, that's about it. If I click play again, it takes you back here. And then you can quit, or you can play again. And I got 23 kids to play this game, which is pretty cool. I expected a little... Honestly, that's what I expected, just about. There were like 100 kids total, and I had like a 30-minute window, 2 30-minute windows to get as many kids as I could get. So I think 23 isn't bad. It takes like 5 minutes to play this game, so it's pretty good. One final thing. I didn't include this in the game anywhere, but I thought of a pretty funny like name to call this, because I didn't really have a name for this. But I thought I would call it Good Block, Bad Block, which is like a very similar to Good Cop, Bad Cop, except it's blocks, because they're the green blocks and the red blocks. I don't know. So if I ever work on this again, I'll have to incorporate that. And obviously there are other things to touch up besides that. But yeah, this is my game.